Welcome back to AKF Logics. In the previous class, we have discussed about the how to assign multiple uh, values to the multiple variables. Okay, related to the Python variables concept. Okay, so previously we have completed I think 7 videos. So this is the part 8 the video of the variable. So we are going to see how to output the variables. Okay, how to print the variables. Okay, so if you haven't watched previous videos, I recommend you guys to watch those videos by going into the description of this video. If you haven't find the link in the description, then you go to the channel and search to the Python playlist. Okay, playlist by the AK App Logics. Okay, you go to the search option in the YouTube and search it like this. Okay, Python programming by the AK Logics. Okay, so without any delay, let's start this video that is regarding Python output variables. So how to print the output variables, let us see. So the printf function is often used to output variables. In the previous section also we have seen, right, using print x, print y, print z. We are printed the apple, banana, cherry, those values, right? So next example, for example, x is equal to Python is awesome. Okay, Python is really awesome because it's a language combination of English and mathematics. That's it. So let's print this particular value Python. So let me print this particular value Python. So here x is a variable and Python is awesome is a string. Okay, x is a variable, Python is awesome is a string, and we have used the print x. Okay, print function to print the variable x. Let me save this code and run the code and show you the output. So let us see. So you can see over here we got the output Python is awesome. Okay, so here the print function, what does the print function do is it's going to print the value that we have specified inside the function, that is inside the parentheses, to the console output window. Okay, yeah, next so the print function, you output multiple variables separated by comma. Okay, we use comma to print multiple variables. Okay, if you want to print multiple variables, for example in the first case we have used the one variable that is x, whose value is Python is awesome, which is a string, and we have printed the only one variable in the print function. If you want to print multiple variables, okay, there is no case of printing single value in all the time, right? It's just for the example. Okay, if you want to print multiple variables using print function, then you can't write n number of times. Okay, if you want to print n variables, then you can't be able to write n number of times printf function in the n lines. Okay, why that? The code will be increased, and also you can't able to write. Okay, the typing time will be very increased. So then what we are going to do is we are going to separate those two variables which we wanted to print, or those n variables which we decide to print to the console window will be separated by comma. So let's see with an example. In this example, x is a variable which is stored with a string, that is Python, and also y is a variable which is stored with a string, that is, and z is a variable which is stored with string awesome. You can observe that all these three types are related to the string data type. Okay, so I'm going to print those three variables using the print function that is print x comma y comma z. Okay, so let me print these values and show you the output. So let me print those values. So you can see over here, sorry, yeah, print Python is awesome. Okay, you can see over Python is awesome. So we got this output. So we have used only one print function to print all three variables, those are x, y, and z. Okay, we got the output Python is awesome. So if there is a case to print these variables using the separate lines, okay, let me print those things. So I have used three different print functions to print those three different string variables. Let me run this code. Then you can see over here there is a change. Okay, in this first case we got the all the three variables values in the same line, whereas in the second case we got all the three variables values in the separate lines. Okay, why? Because in the second case we have used three different print functions, so that we know that print function by default adds the new line to the okay, it jumps to the next line. Okay, after printing the value specified in the parentheses, it will jump to the next line. So that in the second case, after every printf function, the cursor is pointing towards the next line, so that we have got the answer in three different lines. In the first case, what we have done is, let me show you. In the first case, what we have done is we have used the comma to separate the three variables and used the print function, single print function, to print the all the three variables separated by the comma, so that we have used only single print function, so that the single print function will ends only after printing all the three variables. Okay, this particular single print function will only ends after this particular, after printing all three variables. Okay, in between printing firstly printing x, after printing x, it won't end, right? The print function won't end. The same print function is um, the same print function will print the y also, and then after printing x and y, the same print function will be used to print the z as well, so that in that we got the output in the same line. Why? Because there is no ending of the print function over here, right? There is no ending of the print function over here, so that we use the end function, okay, which we have discussed in the previous classes. So right, we have discussed in the previous classes, that is end function to end the print statement. Let me show you how does it works. So when we are going to print multiple variables in the same, using the same print function, then there is a problem that is called as the all the variables values will be printed in the same line. Okay, all the variables values will be printed in the same line. Okay, without any uh, without all the variables will be printed in the same line. Okay, if you don't want, okay, using only single function you don't want, right? If you don't want those as well, then you can use the end function, I think so. Let me show you what happens. Let us see. I got an error. Let me see. Positional argument follows. Okay, let me remove it. I think after and there is nothing to write, right? Just a second. Yeah, well, sorry, I think we shouldn't use the end function, I think so. Let me try again. So no, no, right, shouldn't use end function, I think so. Let me try again. So no, we are getting errors. So let's try with this xy colon hash slash n, which is a escape sequence, right? Let me use this and see whether we are going to get this or not. Slash n. So is there any errors? Yeah, no, yeah. So let's print this as well again. So we got the output, that is Python is awesome in the three different lines using only one printf statement, print statement, right? Print function, yeah. So that's it. Let me move to the next topic. Yeah, you should use slash n to print the variables in the three different lines. Okay, yeah, that's the difference. We have sorted it out as well. We can also use the plus operator to output the multiple variables. Okay, we can also use along with the comma, we can also use the plus operator to output multiple variables. Let us see that example as well. Python is awesome. Okay, so let me print those values. Print x plus y plus z. So let me see the output. Same example previously, but we have used now we have used plus instead of comma. Save the program before running the program. Don't forget to save, otherwise it will show the previous result. Python is awesome. Okay, in the same case we got the output in the same line. Okay, we got the output in the same line. So what we need to do, let us see what happens. We are going to use the plus. Okay, let me use the plus slash n. Okay, slash n, right? Slash n. Okay, let me use this particular slash n to print three different variables in the three different lines. Yeah, let us use, if this works, let us see what happens if this works or not. So let's see the output. Sorry for the inconvenience. So we got the output. Python is awesome. Okay, the slash n method is also is helped here, right, to print three different variables in the three different lines. Okay, you can print in the same line, or you can use to print in the three different lines as well. Let me move to the next topic. So yeah, notice the space character after Python and is. Without them the result would be Python is awesome. Okay, so you can see over here we have used the space, right? Extra space after the Python and extra space after the is, so that we got the output as Python is awesome, like this. Okay, like this we got it. So if the space is removed, then the output will be Python is awesome combinedly, which will affect our readability. Okay, we can't able to read, right? If we are going to have the spaces, then only we can able to read them, right? So let us see that as well. So let me see. So let me print the output. First of all, let me clear this. I'm going to print the output. Python is awesome. So I haven't erased the space after the Python. Let me again print the code. Yeah, Python is awesome. So you can see over here the Pythons is awesome are printed together without any spaces in between them, which affects our readability, right? So that I have used the space over there. Yeah, next for numbers, the plus character works as a multiplication operator, mathematical operator. So here all the three variables are treated as strings, right? So that only we are going to use the plus. Okay, to combine them, or the to combinedly print the string variables in the using the only single print statement. So instead of using the comma, it's a another option, right? So if you do the same thing for the numbers, okay, numbers, if you use the same plus operator for the numbers to separate those two different numbers, then it won't work as a separator. It will work as a arithmetic operation, that is addition. So let us see that example as well. Example, the first variable, which is a number, which is a x, that is an assigned with a number that is 5, and second variable y is also assigned with a number 10. We are going to use the print x plus y. Okay, if you are going to use the print x plus y, in the previous class what we got the output, we got the three different variables output in the same line, right? X, which is a Python is awesome, right? X, y, z. Okay, all the three different variables are printed in the same line. But in the case of numbers, what will happen, right? So the plus will be x as a addition, okay, which is a mathematical operation. The previous case it is acts as a separator like comma. Okay, so let me print this output and see what is the output. uh, Let me print this code and see the output. So we will get the 15, not 5 and 10. Okay, before running any code you must save it, otherwise the previous result will be updated. So you can see over here we got the output 15. Okay, instead of getting 5 and 10 we got the output 15. Why? Because the plus here acting as a mathematical operator, that is addition. It is going to perform the addition between the x and y. Those are the integer variables. So both the x and y come added with the mathematical operator plus. X is 5 and y is 10. If we add both the values then we will got the 15. That is the thing we are going to see in the console output, because we have used the print function to print the x plus y value. Next, the print function. When you try to combine a string and a number with a plus operator, Python will give you an error. Okay, if we are going to try, in the previous class what we have done is still now firstly we have taken three particular different strings, and we have used the comma as a separator and also plus as a separator. By using a single print function, printing three variables, the variables will be printing in the same line. Okay, but when we are going to use the three different print functions to print those three different variables, then we are going to print those variables in the three different lines. So to print those three variables in the using a single print function, and then if you want the output to be printed in the three different lines for the respective three different variables, then we are going to use the slash n, which is a escape sequence, which will jump to the next line. Okay, so till now that we have seen related to the strings. Okay, so in the same case, if you are going to use the plus operator to the print the numbers, it won't act as a separator like comma. It will act as a mathematical operator which does the addition between the variables. That thing also we have seen both the strings and the integers separately. If you want to print, okay, two different types of variables, two different data types of variables, those are string and number, using a single print function. If you use the plus operator, then it will show you an error. Okay, remember this point. Then you need to use the comma operator. So that's the point. Okay, in the print function, when you try to combine a string and a number with the plus operator, Python will give you an error. Example, let us see the example. X equal to 5, which is a number, that is integer data type, x is a, and y is a John, okay, which is a string data type. Here both the variables are of different data types, so we are going to print the both the variables. Okay, using the plus, we are using plus as a separator. Okay, we are trying to print them. So let me remove this comment and see what happens. What will be the output? Save the code. So we can see over here we got the type error, unsupported operand types for plus, int and stir. Okay, so plus is not supported with the uh, integer, right? We already seen, right? Plus is not supported to the integer to act as a separator. Okay, it is only supported in the case of string. Okay, in the case of numbers or the integer, it will be access as a uh, it will be access a addition operator, which is a mathematical operator. When you are going to use the both integer and string, if you are going to try the both integer and string to print in the same print function using the plus, then also it won't work. Why? Because here there are two different types of data types, right? Even though it is going to work for the strings, but it is not working for the numbers, right? So we got the error. That's the type error. Okay, let me show you. The best way to output multiple variables in printf function is to separate them with commas, which even support different data types. Okay, the best way is always using the comma. Okay, the plus is an optional for the string data type, whereas plus is used to add two numbers, okay, for the integer data type. You remember this point. Okay, the best way to separate two multiple variables is by using the comma. Plus is an optional for the string. Okay, plus is only an optional for the string. Okay, to use as a separator. Okay, but the best and main way for universal way is to use the comma. Okay, remember this point. Example x 5 and y is equal to John. In the previous case we have used the same example. In the above we have used the plus, which we got the type error, but now we are going to use the comma. Let me save this code and reprint the output. You can see how we got the 5 John. Okay, 5 and John. Okay, with a space, we got 5 and John. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. I think so. Let me summarize the video for you. Yeah, and I also forgot you to tell a point. Okay, so you can see over here the main difference between plus and comma I already told you. So in the above example, while where I am using the comma as a separator, I haven't used any spaces over here. Okay, I haven't used any spaces over here. But when I am going to use the plus as a separator in the case of strings, okay, you already know, right? The plus will act as separator only for the case of strings, right? While I am going to use the plus as a separator, I have used the space after the Python, and also I have used the space after the is, but I haven't used any spaces after Python and is in the case of comma as a separator. Why? Because using comma for each variable, after printing each variable value, by default there will be one space. Okay, there will be a space. Okay, you remember this point. But while using the plus as a separator in the case of string, it won't add any spaces. Okay, you need to remember this point all as well. So let me summarize the video. So summary is comma is separated in print. Okay, while using comma is separated in print while using same print for multi variables, multi different variables. Okay, different means different data type variables. Use slash n to print the variables in different range while using single print function. Okay, that is the thing but we have seen. And comma adds a space the after printing this variable of say variable of print function. Okay, you understand it, right? You write by your own words. Use slash n to print the variables in the different lines while using the single printf function. And plus is separator for strings. Okay, while using in print. Okay, and plus is addition for integer data types. Okay, integer data type in the sense I'm saying in I'm saying you to understand it. Okay, so plus when we are going to use the plus to print okay, str plus int, we will get the type error. Okay, remember this error as well. So that's it. That's the summary of this particular video. So I hope you got these points. Okay, so simply watching this video, don't waste your time. So just have an hands-on experience by your own. Okay, if you watch just and leave, then you won't get anything. Have an hands-on experience, then only you can able to get some errors, and you're also able to understand what error you are getting, and also you can at least try to rectify those errors as well. If you like, then please like, share.